KCET or JEE? The big question that every Karnataka aspirant has. And the biggest doubt here is, can we actually prepare for both the exams together? And on one side we have KCET, which is more about speed, accuracy and NCERT based, whereas JEE requires deeper understanding of concepts, problem solving skills and application based question. Two exams, two different mindsets, yet one student, one dream, top engineering college. So in this video, I am going to clarify that who should be preparing for both JEE and KCET, what are the benefits of this, what are the challenges you will be facing, and most importantly, how can you prepare smartly for both of these exams. So let's get started here, and please watch the complete video, and this video will definitely change the way you are preparing. So let's see what we have in today's video. First, I'll talk about the common confusion that students have. Second, the syllabus comparison of JEE and KCET, plus the exam pattern and the style, the pattern of the exam in difference, what is there. Next, who should attempt both, benefits of appearing for both, and as well as the challenges that you will face. And next comes the most important, how can you prepare smartly for both the exams, how to manage time between the two exams, and then we have a final checklist here. Okay, so let's get started with the common confusion here. Okay, so basically, as you know, the syllabus of both the exams is 11th and 12th. Now, when a student comes and studies for both 11th and 12th, we have an overview that, okay, 11th and 12th concepts are done, so definitely both the exams can be catered. But the point here is both the exams are completely different in the type of questions they have been asked, the pattern, the level, the syllabus. So the syllabus, although is the basic syllabus is same, but yes, the type of questions, the level of questions is far different, and that is where the confusion is created, whether you can study together for both the exams or not. Okay, so next, if I talk about okay, before moving ahead, I have something very interesting for all of you. So we have introduced a 90-day crash course called as KC90. This crash course is for both KCET and COMEDK 2026 aspirants. So these are offline crash course where you will be having 3 days a week classes across 8 Deeksha campuses on Friday, Saturday and Sundays. And this crash course will not only cover your syllabus for KCET, COMEDK, PU2, but also will give you enough number of mock tests every week. There will be tests so that you can track your progress. So if you want to be a part of this journey, if you want to make this KC90 like this can really help you to boost your mark, to boost your rank. So if you want to be making KCET or KC90 a part of your journey, then do call on this number, or you can click on the link given below in the description section of this video. You can visit our website, there's an inquiry form, so please fill the form and our counselor will call you back. Okay, so the course is definitely a very helpful tool, I can say, for your preparation. So please do check it out. And yes, if you have any further doubts, you can also put down in this video comment section, we will be answering it, or if you just call here, you will get all your doubts clarified. Okay, so let's move forward to the syllabus comparison that we have. So first of all, as I told you, both are 11th and 12th based, there's no doubt in that. But yes, JEE requires deeper concepts and application based, whereas KCET is more direct. It deals with speed and memory plus accuracy, right? So in JEE, if you have just read the concept, it will not work here. You have to understand how to apply that, what is the depth of that formula. You need to be more detailed here. Now let's talk about the exam pattern. That is where the difference comes. So if you see KCET, right, in KCET you have 60 questions in 60 minutes, or I can say per paper, or I can say 180 questions for 180 minutes. But you have in JEE 75 questions for 360, or for 3 hours. Okay, so 180 minutes, you have 75 questions here and you have 180 questions in 180 minutes here. So there is a difference in the time. KCET is more about speed and accuracy, how quickly you are able to solve the questions, but JEE is more about how correctly you solve the questions, right? And here you get +1 for every correct answer and 0 for wrong answer, but here you get +3 for every correct answer and -1 for every wrong answer. So there is a negative marking here. Competition is definitely high in JEE. Okay, now let's talk about who should be preparing for both. Now let me tell you what are the advantages of being an IITian or NITian. So you can enter into an IIT or NIT through JEE mains or JEE advanced, right? I myself being an NIT, to be very frank, I'll tell you this NIT and IIT tag somewhere in your life definitely plays a role. Suppose there maybe in placement generally when two candidates are there, a person is JEE, IITian, so somehow there is a biasness to that, there is a preference given to IITians and NITians. But if other than that, I feel that even if you are not an IITian and NITian, there is no less opportunity for all of you. There are enough good packages even in top colleges of Karnataka like RV, BMS, PES. These colleges also have packages as par with the IITs and NITs, right? So just because of this tag, other than that, you will not be facing any other issues in opportunities, in placements. You won't be lagging behind in any other way just than this tag. Okay, and yes, this tag has a value. Some other way in the life, it will definitely help you. So now you have to decide what is your goal. You want to be an NITian or IITian, or you want to go to a very good top engineering college. If your goal is to be studying in the top engineering college, then definitely you should try for KCET also. But if your dream is only for IITs and NITs, then please shift your 100% focus to JEE. But as you know, JEE is a game where 14 lakh students write the exam and only 90,000 could qualify it, right? So there's a very, very, very narrow, or I can say thin chances of you getting into the college or IIT or NIT. So at this point of time, you need to have a backup plan. And KCET is a very good backup plan because with the same syllabus, okay, you can definitely get a better college. Okay, that is a possibility there. So please, you have to now decide whether you want to prepare for both. If you are fully focused that I want to give a best attempt for JEE and then keep your KCET as a backup plan, or if you are just not worried about this NIT and IIT tag, you just want to study in a very good top engineering college, then you shift your focus only for KCET. Okay, that's my advice for all of you. Next, coming to what is the benefit of preparing for both. If you are preparing for JEE, definitely you have a deeper understanding of the concept. So concept wise, if you are just preparing for JEE, your KCET concepts are also being prepared simultaneously. Mark my words here, KCET concepts are being prepared. But by only preparing JEE, writing JEE mock test, you can never qualify KCET. You need to have a focused preparation of KCET where you are practicing questions, where you are solving PYQs, where you are attempting mock test. Right? So that is why when you prepare for JEE, so if you are preparing seriously for JEE, by the month of December, or I can say, yeah, by the month, because you have January first attempt, right? So by the month of December, your syllabus will definitely be over. Right? Both PU1 and PU2 will be over. So concept wise, you are ahead now. Now once the JEE exam is over, your final exams, board exams are over, you have to shift your focus, dedicate like a particular time and enough amount of time to write mock test also for KCET. That's the first thing. Next, when you do double practice, you have revised this syllabus for JEE and then you are also revising it for KCET. So when you are revising the same thing double time, definitely you have more confidence. And next, you have a wider career options. If you are qualifying JEE, you will be having options for IITs and NITs. If you are qualifying KCET, you will be having the top engineering colleges of Karnataka in front of you, right? Next, what is the challenges here? So definitely we all have talked about the challenges, that the type level of the exam, or I can say questions asked. Okay, JEE questions and KCET questions are like North and South Pole. You cannot just prepare for KCET and solve JEE questions, or prepare for JEE and solve KCET questions. You need focused preparation for both. And one more thing, as we know that JEE requires a depth here, right? So for example, if I give you solutions chapter example, if you just prepare this solutions chapter on the view of PU2 board, okay, if you want to prepare in the sense of PU2 board, if you want to prepare, this chapter will take hardly, I can say, 2 hours. If you want to prepare for KCET, it may take up to 4 hours. If you are preparing for JEE, the same chapter will take around 7 to 8 hours, right? So now you can see that if you are preparing on the with respect to JEE, it will definitely take more time to complete the syllabus for all of you. Next thing, different exams strategies are different, right? You just cannot focus on one exam. You have to prepare for JEE also, KCET also. So preparation strategy, it will be mixing up. You have to have a balanced timetable for both of them. Next, risk of burnout. This is again very thing when you are preparing for two exams simultaneously. Apart from that, you have your school, you have your boards, you have pre-boards, you have practicals, you have finals. There's a huge probability for the child to get burnout, okay? And this often happens, and it is very natural because we are humans, you students are humans, you are not machines that you can read throughout 24 hours without any rest. So there is a probability that you will get burnout. So what is the perfect, how can we manage this then? Yes, we can manage this with something called as SMART strategy, okay? So what should be our strategy? I'll give you a very smart plan that you should be following from now till your January attempt or till your April attempt. You need to follow this one plan. First thing, read your NCERT. Your basics should be clear, fundamentals should be clear. So focus on NCERT, and when you are focusing on NCERT, you are clearing the basics of both KCET and JEE. Next, since your JEE exam is near, January first attempt, you hardly have October, November, December, 3 months you have, 3.5 months you have. So give more focus on JEE problem solving. Now what you should be solving here? You should be solving here exactly last 3 years of PYQs. Okay, so now suppose in last 3 years of PYQs per chapter, suppose there are, I can say, if I see every year there are almost 20 papers, 20, and for per chapter maybe 3 to 4 questions. Every year you will be getting almost 80 questions, 3 years maybe 200 to 40 or more than that, because there are 2 attempts also. So just let us imagine you have 100 questions, for example, okay? Then let's reduce it to 2 years. Okay, so just solve these 2 years of PYQs. Some of the questions you will definitely be able to solve from the basic knowledge that you have from the chapter, the fundamental knowledge that you have of the chapter. There will be certain questions which you are not able to solve through this knowledge. What you have to do, just mark those questions, see its solutions, what extra is there, what is missing, what new formula has been added, just write down in the notes. So just your, for example, solutions chapter is there. Okay, you have written all the basic notes that you have from the NCERT, then add a page here, just write down JEE notes. So whatever questions you got wrong here, whatever extra formula, extra knowledge, extra concept you developed or you came to know in this process, just write down that here. Okay, so in this way what you are doing, you are not reading hundreds of another new reference books, but still you are covering all the important concept. Now this will help you in this last moment of time instead of referring to some other books for JEE especially. Okay, that is not the right time now. That time has already gone. If you are preparing from last 1 year, last 2 years, you could have referred so many books. But at this point of time, solving last 2 to 3 years of PYQs will help you, and that will definitely cover all the type of questions that would have been asked here. Next, we'll talk about closer to KCET. Just shift to speed practice and PYQ. So after your board exams are over, or even after your February, I'll tell February for CBSE students, obviously they will have board exams, but for PU2 students, March the exam will be starting. So in the month of February and March and April, March after exam after board exams. So these time 1, 2, 3, so roughly if you add them, you will get around 1 to 1.5 months. You have to completely focus on KCET and solve KCET questions only. Next, when you are studying now on the weekends, on Sundays, okay, or on Saturdays, you have got any holidays, try to give mock tests for both JEE and KCET. Okay, so for example, in this week you have completed solutions chapter. So on Sunday, solve 10 questions of KCET and 10 questions of JEE. Right, so that will help you to have a regular practice, not that suddenly after January attempt you are coming to KCET preparation. You will be in touch with KCET preparation at this time also. Okay, next we'll talk about time management. So since JEE, if it is your primary focus, if you are preparing for JEE, you are very much intended about JEE, 70% of your time should go for JEE and 30% should be for your quick practice. And this 30% that you are telling, again I am telling it's on Sundays. And last 1 month before exam, it should be completely KCET exclusive, and you have to balance revision for boards as well. This you should be focusing in the month of January before your board exams, February especially, because March is the month when you will have your board exams. So February month you can focus on this one. Okay, next, some checklists that you should must do whether you are preparing for both exams. You should definitely not skip NCERT. I have seen many JEE aspirants skipping NCERT thinking that the JEE level is too high and NCERT is not the correct book for that. But my dear children, please remember that fundamentals are something that you will gain from NCERT, and if your fundamentals are clear, you can even solve the difficult questions. Okay, so please do not skip NCERT. Next, JEE level problems you must practice if you are targeting, so at least last 2 years. Okay, next, KCET PYQs you have to attempt, but towards the month of March. Like if your JEE is your first preference, then definitely in the month of March you should be, like February, March, you have to focus on only KCET till the exam. Mock tests for both the exams on Sundays you have to give. Okay, now if you have decided that you are not worried about IITs and NITs tag, but your dream is to get into the top college of Karnataka, then just focus on KCET. KC90 crash course is also available for you. Many more things will be bringing. Our YouTube channel is also there where we are giving you all the content for KCET. Do subscribe the channel and your preparation will be structured with us. Okay, so that's all in this video, my dear children. I have helped you. If you still have any confusion, do put down in the comment section. I'll definitely address it. Thank you so much for watching, and the link for KC90 is also there in the description section. Please click on the link, visit the website, know the product better, call us to to know more about in detail. We will be helping you, and do not forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you so much and all the best.